Okay, right. Algebraic equation. I know we all love algebra, so I'm sure you guys are very excited. But guys, one thing that I have to say is the more times we go back to algebra and we practice it again, the easier it is going to get. Okay, so I know some of you weren't very happy with it before, but we are going to practice it again and again and eventually. Yeah. Guys, you can leave space for that second page, but if not, you can just stick it in when we come back to it. If you've already done your heading and you didn't have the page open, that's fine. Yeah. Don't stress about it. It's fine. Okay, guys, firstly, we've done algebra, but we haven't actually done equations. We've worked with algebraic expressions, but we haven't actually worked with equations. Okay, so first we just need to figure out what the difference is. So an algebraic expression, you can write this down. Yeah. Oh yes, that's fine. Guys, there's too much talking going on. Can you focus, please? That order there is going to become problematic. You need to focus, please. Okay, an algebraic expression can be simplified. So whenever you are given an expression to work with, the instruction will say simplify the following. Right? So this is something like, for example, 3x plus 5 minus x plus 7. Right? That is an algebraic expression. How many terms do I have here, guys? If they were asking you for how many terms we have. Obviously, we can simplify, but just as it's written there, yeah? 4 terms. So that is 1 term, that is the second term, third term, and fourth term. Okay, when we simplify, we will have less terms, but you do need to be able to just look at an algebraic expression or equation, actually, and just see that, yeah, how many terms there are. All right, now guys, can I simplify this? Is there anything here that I can add or subtract? Remember, when we're adding and subtracting, we're looking for like terms, right? So we have a 3x and a minus x. What is 3 minus 1? 2. So that is going to be 2x. And what about the numbers? What is 5 plus 7? 12. Positive 12, right? So I have to write plus 12. So guys, this is the question. And this is the answer. Sounds silly. Obviously, you know that, but you'll see now why I'm making that distinction when we move on to equation. Okay, so that's an expression, guys. We can also times and divide as well. Okay, but I'm not going to go into that now. An algebraic equation can can be not simplified, but solved. Okay, that is the instruction that they're going to use. If they want you to find the answer to an equation, they're going to say you must solve the equation. Sometimes you have to simplify what's given in order to solve, but that might sound a bit confusing. We will get to solve. But the actual instruction, they'll say solve. Okay. Now I'm just going to do, yeah, X or Y or whatever variable it is. I'm just going to do a very basic equation, guys, that we can solve, right? Figure out what the answer is by inspection. So I'm going to say here, for example, solve for X. That is the instruction. And the equation that they're giving you is X plus 3 is equal to 5. Right? That's what I want you to notice is that now in the question, that's the question, right? There is an equal sign in the question that's given. All right, that is how you're always going to identify an equation, is the fact that there is an equal sign. We have a left-hand side, LHS, left-hand side. So whatever is on the left-hand side of the equal sign, we call that the left-hand side. Okay, this is left, right? And here, the 5 is the RHX, the right-hand side. You can use LHX and RHX. You are allowed to write that. You don't have to write out right-hand side every time. We're just writing it now so that you know what it means. Okay. And what we have in between the two sides of this equation is an equal sign. Right? The equation means that whatever you have on the left of this equal sign has to be equal to, has to have the same value as what is on the right. So if I'm asking you to solve for X, what does that actually mean? That means find or calculate, but I'm just going to write find a value for X that makes the left-hand side equal to the right-hand side. That is what they're actually asking you to do. They're just going to say solve for X. But what that means is you need to find a value, a number. You need to say X is equal to a number. So that what I have on the left is equal to the value, the number that I have on the right. Now, I don't want you guys to shout this out. Just think about it for 10 seconds, 5 seconds maybe. Maybe you've already found this answer. What number must X be so that I have a 5 on this side because I have a 5 on that side? Think about it. Silent. 2. There's 2, right? If X is equal to 2, what do I have? 2 plus 3. And is 2 plus 3 equal to 5? Yes. Okay, so that is the answer. So guys, you are going to write X is equal to 2. That is the answer. Okay, this is the question. This is the answer. Okay, I'm going to show you the method that you can use. Even if the equation is very complicated and you can't do it by inspection, I'm going to show you guys a method that you can use to find the value. But just for now, are we kind of understanding what they're asking us? All right, it's different from what we did before, right? What we did before, we didn't solve for X. There was no value for X here, right? We just simplified. We just looked for the like terms and we added them together. That was our answer. When they're asking us to solve for X, or they can use a different variable, right? They can use an A and an E, they can use M, they can use Y, whatever the variable is that they're using. When you're solving for that variable, you need to find a value, a number that variable is equal to, so that the equation is true, so that what I have on the left is in fact equal to what I have on the right. Okay. We're going to do a couple more of these. Let me just check here quickly. I photocopied, yeah. Let me just take a copy some worksheets for you guys. Did you? Just by inspection. Okay, guys, I'm going to hand out a worksheet quickly and we're going to do a couple of them together. And then you're going to do the rest on your own. Okay. Yeah. Okay, guys, just quickly stick that into your books, please. I'm just gonna get it on to my screen as well. Okay, guys, like I said, I'm going to show you a method, but we'll do that tomorrow. Where if you can't do advanced section, where you can use the method. But all of these questions, and some of them maybe towards the end will be a little bit more tricky, but you should be able to do these equations by inspection. Okay. No, you don't have to. Not for this first exercise. Okay. Just for today, guys, I just want to reinforce the idea of what is an equation actually and what are you doing. Okay. What does it mean when you're getting an answer? How can you interpret that answer? Okay, I don't want to go. I think some of you might have done the method last year already, which is fine. If you know the method, you can also use it. But you don't actually need it for these. Now, guys, if you have space, if I'm going to do a few with you first. Now, guys, if you have enough space on the side, it's just going to be a one-line thing. We're literally just going to write the answer down. So you are more than welcome to just write your answer next to the equation. Okay, you don't have to write it underneath or whatever, or even in this little gap here. But I think it's quite small. You might not be able to. Okay, let's first look at the instructions here. What are they saying? Solve for the variable in each equation. Now they're saying the variable, guys. They're not specifying which variable because did you notice that they're using all sorts of different variables? Okay. So what are they saying when they say solve for the variable? We need to find, let me just see, is that here? That's right. Solve for the variable means find the value of the variable in each equation so that the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side. And guys, in case for exam, obviously you're not going to write that down, okay? I'm just trying to, yeah, like I said before, reinforcing what we're actually doing. Okay, we're not just following a method and getting an answer. We need to understand what we're doing and what answer we're. Okay, so if I'm looking at the first question, y plus 2 is equal to 5. So guys, when you are doing this on your own, you need to ask yourself, what number plus 2 will give me an answer of 5? What number plus 2 will give me an answer of 5? 3, hey? So now, guys, you're not just going to write 3. You have to write it properly. You're going to say y is equal to 3. Okay, you have to please write it like that, guys. You can't just say 3. Okay, please write y is equal to 3. Okay, let's look at the next one. The next one is a bit more difficult. Now they're saying negative 5 plus x must be equal to positive 5. So now you need to ask yourself, what number must I add? Right? If it's plus x, I'm adding. What number must I add to negative 5 so that I get positive 5? What do you guys think? 10. Okay, so x is equal to 10. And guys, if you're not sure, you can check, right? You can actually say, you can do it in your head. What is negative 5 plus 10? Yes, it is 5. Okay, so it works. That's the nice thing about an equation. You can actually check your answer. All right, you can see you got this answer. Does it actually make the two sides equal? Yes. Okay, then you know that you have the right answer. The next one. What am I doing here? What does a fraction mean again? It means division. Okay, good. So now I have to say 10 divided by what number will give me negative 5? What do we think? Firstly, what kind of number must it be? Must it be a positive number or a negative number? It has to be negative, right? So what number? 10 divided by what negative number will give me negative 5? Negative 2, hey? So P is equal to negative 2. Okay, I'm just going to do the next one with you, and then you're going to do the rest on your own. What does 2m mean? Let's focus, please. 2m means 2 times m. So now, guys, you need to ask yourself, what number does I multiply 2 by with negative 8? Yes, Ryan. Negative 4. Good. So m is equal to negative 4. Maybe you think 4, right? Maybe you wrote that m equals 4. Then just check, guys. What is 2 times 4? 8. So can it be 4? No, it has to be negative 4. Okay. Okay. All right, guys, you are doing the rest on your own all the way up to number 12. If you get stuck, if you really don't know, leave out that question, but then carry on to the next one, okay? Yeah.